Is Pete Davidson headed for a one-on-one brawl with Kanye West? Ye would like to think so. Speaking of Kanye, the Sunday service rapper is accused of some very non-Christ-like behavior after he was filmed in a rage leaving LA's warehouse district with a battered fan laying on the sidewalk. While this supposed punch might cost Kanye some cash legally, the punches the Paul brothers threw in 2021 did quite the opposite, helping the duo bring a combined $60+ million in. And finally, unlike the brotherly love that the Paul brothers have been experiencing in and outside of the ring, Britney Spears and her sister Jamie Lynn have been trading barbs in the media for the last week regarding their past transgressions. Welcome to Swipe. As always, today we will be discussing some of this week's most interesting, bizarre, and important headlines in pop culture. Before we begin, please consider pressing the like button and subscribing to our channel to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest in pop culture news. Now, let's get into the video. Kanye disses Pete Davidson. There's no shortage of animosity in any relationship that turns sour. Inevitably, someone always seems to come out of it feeling jaded and bitter. In the case of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, it seems to be pretty one-sided, however. While Kim K has been seen numerous times and looking extremely happy, we might add, with Pete Davidson, it appears that her former lover and soon-to-be ex-husband Kanye West is still deep in his feelings when it comes to the end of their 7-year marriage. Kanye has made it publicly known that he's begun working on his new album Donda 2. In a leaked, albeit extremely rough-sounding cut off a track featuring the game titled My Life Was Never Easy, Kanye drops the one-liner, "God saved me from the crash, just so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass." We're not sure if this jaded snippet will make the final cut, but regardless if it makes its way onto Donda 2 or not, Kanye comes out looking extremely bitter. Can Kanye really complain about Pete Davidson though? Just last week, he was spotted gallivanting all over Miami with his new girlfriend, Julia Fox, who we might add has been dressing eerily similar to Kim Kardashian by donning Balenciaga a ton since Kanye came into the picture. As for Pete and Kim, this week they were spotted on a pizza date in Los Angeles, seemingly blissfully unaware of the drama pot that Kim's ex seems to be stirring. Last week, Pete and Kim had an island getaway in a beach house in the Bahamas. Every picture the paparazzi takes of the new couple seems to capture them smiling and having a great time. Breakups can be super tough, so it's easy to see why Kanye might resent seeing Kim all over the media smiling with her new man. Perhaps the vague diss towards Pete Davidson was Kanye's way of blowing off some steam in a healthy way. Let's hope the veiled threats remain only lyrics and nothing serious comes out of it. What do you think? Will Kanye make good on his threats to beat up Pete Davidson? Kanye assaults a fan, wants to leave LA. Perhaps we should take Kanye's threats towards Pete Davidson seriously, because on Thursday, Kanye was accused by a fan of assault. In the early morning hours outside of Soho warehouse on Thursday, an autograph-seeking Kanye fan was left with a ringing headache instead of the precious signature he sought out from Kanye West. Apparently, the man approached West's car, taking photos and asking for Kanye's autograph. When Kanye declined and told the man that he was not doing photos or autographs, the man remarked that he understood that the divorce from Kim Kardashian must be stressful, which understandably agitated Kanye.
No! You were supposed to talk to her!
Why did he just do that?
You were supposed to talk
What
to
is
her!
wrong with him?
However, things escalated very quickly, with Ye supposedly striking the man with his fist, leading to the man falling and hitting his head on the sidewalk. Cops took a misdemeanor battery report, and witnesses verified that he left the scene on his own power. He did, however, get checked out at urgent care the following morning, where we have not heard anything further about his supposed injuries. Kanye isn't letting the incident slow him down, however, as he already has begun pre-production on his massive upcoming Coachella gig that has him set to conduct another set of massive Sunday service shows on both weekends of the festival. In 2019, Kanye performed Sunday service for over 50,000 fans. The iconic images from the event are widely considered to be some of the most unforgettable moments in Coachella history. Perhaps the most important thing to focus on right now is work while he attempts to navigate the stresses of his impending divorce with Kim Kardashian and the drama that comes with dating a new Hollywood starlet in the public eye. The Paul brothers, from YouTubers to boxers, and very rich. Love them or hate them, people can't seem to stop talking about Logan Paul and his younger brother Jake. In 2021, they raked in an astonishing $63 million combined via both their massive YouTube channels and their widely successful boxing careers. On Forbes' list of high-paid influencers of 2021, Jake Paul, who goes by the name The Problem Child in the boxing ring, was the breadwinner of the brothers, bringing in an absurd $45 million on his own. Don't feel bad for older brother Logan, however, he still made $18 million in his own right. Not bad for a duo that was collectively canceled a few years ago after Logan Paul filmed an extremely controversial video in Japan's infamous suicide forest, where he vlogged in front of a deceased man's body, presumably for views and shock effect. Jake lamented the actions of his older brother, saying that the move cost him millions of dollars in endorsements, all because of the fact that he was related to Logan. Jake Paul has had quite the year inside of the boxing ring, earning decisive victories over former NBA player Nate Robinson and beating up former MMA stars Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley. The latter of which, Woodley, was knocked out completely cold by Paul in December after taking the rematch on short notice after Tommy Fury dropped out. Logan Paul fought boxing icon Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition match in June, a match that both participants claim they won. One thing that is 100% certain is that whether you believe their in-ring accomplishments are legitimate or not, the Paul brothers are masters of putting on a massive display of showmanship in the lead up to their bouts, causing tons of drama by trolling their opponents and documenting all of it on social media. Most notably, Jake Paul has been trading daggers over social media with UFC founder Dana White over the past few months by claiming that he doesn't pay his fighters enough.
Jake, you never responded to the challenge.
White responded by accusing Jake Paul of being on steroids, a claim that Paul refutes. What do you think? Are the Paul brothers' accolades in the boxing ring legit, or are they simply masters of creating a spectacle that generates clicks and views? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Britney Spears and Little Sis trade barbs in the media. Pop megastar Britney Spears is finally free, much to the delight of her adoring fans around the world. However, it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows for the Oops, I Did It Again star since being released from her conservatorship of her father, James Spears. Britney is apparently dealing with quite the illness, posting on Instagram in a long-winded post that she was dealing with not only a 104-degree fever, but also false claims by her younger sister, Jamie Lynn, leading up to the release of her upcoming book that details the turbulent times growing up in the Spears household. As you might recall, Jamie Lynn was a superstar on Nickelodeon back in the day. However, her career was cut short due to her becoming pregnant at the age of 16. In a recent interview, Jamie Lynn says that Britney was out of control and that her father isn't the evil man that he has been portrayed as by the media. In her book, Jamie Lynn writes, "I needed her more than ever and she wasn't able to help me in my most vulnerable time. Britney's condition was spiraling into something more concerning. They were concerned that her instability at the time made her untrustworthy." Regardless of who you believe here, it is clear that there are some deep family issues that we hope the Spears sisters can work through together on their way to mending their relationship. Britney, on the other hand, complains in her social media post that despite having a raging fever, that her security would not leave her to go get some pain relievers to lessen the effects she was dealing with. She then ends her post by saying that people should focus strictly on themselves and their animals.